Hello everyone. It's hard to avoid the mirrors on all sides. Going to give you a quick video tour of our apartment. As you come out of the elevator, that's actually our front door. Interestingly enough, I just left it open. So as you walk in, you've got a hall straight ahead. You've got a hall to the left. And a little bit of a kind of a nook right next to the elevator doors. I'll probably do some coats or an umbrella stand there. So I think I'm just going to go around in order counterclockwise. This first bedroom, which is right off of the entryway, and I can't tell you, maybe you can see in the video, these are really big bedrooms by city standards. We are in Stuttgart Süd or Stuttgart South, which is a great area, but it is city living. So to find a place this large was honestly incredibly lucky, and just the light in here is gorgeous. The floors in here are wonderful. And then there's this winter garden, which is kind of, I think, the European equivalent of a sunroom, where you can enjoy the sunshine even in the winter when it's cold outside. So believe it or not, I think we're gonna let our daughter have this room. Lucky her. And she said that she would be more than happy to take over the watering of the geraniums in the window boxes. You can see we've already moved a few things in. The moving truck with all of our stuff comes on Thursday. So what you see in the nooks and crannies now is what we've moved over from the hotel, which is basically what's been in what was our checked bags when we flew over in July. So there's a great history to this house, which I will do more of in a future post, but you see that pretty archway. And this is the main hallway. This will be the second bedroom, guest bedroom, our son's bedroom when he comes to visit. It's the smallest of the three, but it's still very good size, high ceilings, great historical details. This building's about 100 years old. There are 4 flats or apartments. We are the second level, probably level 1 in Europe. They do their numbering differently, starting with 0. So this is going to be the master bedroom. And this is probably about the same size as the first bedroom, but it doesn't have the winter garden. It's a little quieter, and it's already got a great built-in closet. So we just decided this would probably work better for us. We'll have to get our daughter a closet system. That's one thing if you're not used to European houses and apartments. You have to bring your own closets, and a lot of times you have to bring your own kitchen. We specifically rented a place with a fitted kitchen so that we didn't have to buy cupboards and cabinets and appliances, but that is not an abnormal thing to have to do here. Okay, so just wanted to call your attention. Love these doors with the frosted glass in them. So let me back up a little bit. Hope I'm not making you dizzy. So this is the main bathroom, and 2 sinks. This is something you also do not see a lot in European bathrooms, but it's got storage. You usually have these pedestal sinks, and people will buy like roller carts from IKEA or somewhere else to store their stuff. But I love having actual medicine cabinets because we'll be able to stash our stuff out of view or out of sight. Now, this is a 1.5 bathroom apartment, which is going to seem really weird and small probably to people who are in the US. Trust me, it is the norm here. This is considered a full bath because it has 4 pieces: the sinks, the shower, the tub, and then the toilet. It would be a 3/4 bath if it only had a bathtub or only had a shower. That's something I have learned through looking online for places. Let me turn that off so you can see see that really cool light fixture. That's another thing. It's not guaranteed that you will have your light fixtures included with an apartment, so we were kind of fortunate that this one did. And I'm gonna come back down this main hallway. That was the living room you kind of had a quick peek at, but just for the sake of the view, I'm gonna take you in the other way. Now this is to the left of the elevator when you come off, and this is the WC or the guest bath. So anytime you have, you know, company over, they use this cute little sink and toilet. And there is a window, but I'm gonna save the view for when we walk into the living room and dining room. Now here's another interesting thing in German apartments or houses. Open concept is not a thing. Like, this is a very open concept in my opinion. There's good space, there's high ceilings, but there are doors on every room. So that's just kind of what you're used to seeing. There'll be a door on the kitchen, there'll be a door on each bedroom, there'll be doors on the dining rooms and the living rooms. So coming into the dining room, you can see there's awesome light, great floors. Through the open doorway is going to be our living room, but then as you come over here, this is our view. So, and I'll take you out on the balcony in just a minute, but it is absolutely amazing. We've got a radiator in here, and then a built-in bookcase and marble tops on both of them. Colors are lovely. Probably not really do any painting. We've got a super cool landlord that I'm sure I will introduce to you all over the weeks, months, and years ahead. So this is just a 360 looking back into the dining room. This is the door off the living room onto the hallway, so straight across that would be the master. You see our piles of stuff. So really good space in here. This is about 200 square meters, I believe. No, you know what? That might not be right. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's around 2,000 square feet, so that doesn't seem like it could be exactly right. I had it down pat, and then I promptly forgot it once we signed a lease. But really, really great space. Okay, now this is our balcony slash terrace, and just more of the view of Stuttgart city center. And then let me zoom in so you can, like, as far as the eye can see, we've got city. And then there's a little garden area down here where the pets can go. Our cat is probably dying to get outside because she has been in a hotel room for 2 months. And then we have a spiral staircase that'll take you down to the garden area and then out to our garage. We do have a single garage too, which again is like, it's a really big deal in the city. And then just back at our doors. And then I just need to still show you the kitchen, which is kind of the last on the counterclockwise. So we're walking back towards the elevator. The front door, so the elevator works with a key. So no one can actually come on to our floor unless they put a key in or I buzz them up. And that way we don't have to worry about like the neighbors getting off on our floor or vice versa. So, sorry about that glare. Okay, back to the WC, the guest bath, and then coming into the kitchen, that cool tile, and like I said, door in the kitchen. So this is kind of a good mix of modern and traditional with the tile on the floor. It's a radiator. We've got a really nice vent and duct work over the stove. That's an induction stove, which is very popular over here. I have no idea if my pots and pans are magnetic on the bottom, but I will find out on Thursday. And then these sunflowers are from our landlord, and I just think they're gorgeous. So swinging around, this is actually, this is a really big kitchen by German standards. And so that's the refrigerator, not big by American standards, and it's just a refrigerator, no freezer. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do about that in a minute. But oven, drawers, lots of cupboards and drawers. And I obviously have already bought some plants. And good view from my kitchen window while I'm doing dishes. And then coming back around, oh, and that cutting board, one of my very first antique finds. My husband was laughing because, of course, I had it in the hotel room. And then this baguette tray also, which I haven't put anything away yet, but I wanted to kind of show it to you guys raw. And then this little creaky, squeaky, adorable door comes into this little closet slash butler's pantry. Also has a little window with a view. And then this, let me see how far I can back up. This is probably about 8 feet by 4 feet in terms of size of this little closet. So this built-in was original to the house. So that'll be great for appliances, just like either butler's pantry or actual pantry stuff. And then coming back out and around, there is also this little space which kind of matches it. And it obviously is sporting the same view that we have from the balcony and the dining room and the living room. And then it is wrought or rojo, beautiful red. You can tell there's tile in the corner because you hear my voice echoing. But so this room is big enough to either bring in some shelving or carts. I actually have contemplated maybe putting a desk in front of this window and having it be like a tiny little mini office. Because I mean, wouldn't that be cool to sit there and work and have that view? My husband thinks we should put a coffee bar in here and a couple of chairs, and it might get to do any or all of those things. And last but not least, this was another thing I didn't see a lot in German kitchens. There is space at the counter for counter or bar stools. So I can see that, you know, my daughter will probably keep me company while we're cooking dinner or something. So that is it. Oh, downstairs. I'm not going to take you to the laundry area or to the cellar because, you know, they're just not that exciting, but each tenant has a washer and dryer downstairs, so they're, you know, just dedicated to each floor. And then there's also cellar space that we have for things like our, you know, Christmas decorations. I was going to say my husband's bike, but that'll probably go in the garage space. It's going to be interesting in the winter because we have to go way up the hill. If you've ever been in like Pittsburgh, for example, it's reminiscent of that, or maybe San Francisco with a lot of winding roads to get up to where we are, but the view is totally worth it. Oh, and the one thing I did forget to mention, I'm gonna make you a little dizzy, walk you back to the kitchen. Okay, so one thing that we can do because we are military is European washers and dryers are different, so we can actually get loaners from the base that are wired for 220 volts because obviously all the electricity is different. So they'll bring those and put them in downstairs for us to use while we're here. And then the other thing they will bring in is they will bring in an American-sized fridge with a freezer. Probably just a very traditional basic one with, you know, like the freezer on top and the fridge on the bottom. But we will either put that in the little butler's pantry closet, and I think that's where it's gonna go, but the other alternative is in the little red possible desk area, possible coffee bar place. Because this will probably be where like the fridge goes and maybe the cleaning supplies and stuff like that. You might have also noticed there's not a hall closet. We need a little WD-40 in that. That's traditional for a German home. There are not a lot of built-in closets or storage spaces. You bring your own. So I'll be heading to IKEA, I'm sure. We really don't even need a coat closet anymore just because we were not used to having one in our last house. So we put our winter coats into our closets in our bedroom. And then guests will probably just be able to use the coat rack that I have not purchased yet but plan to. That's going to go into the area by the elevator. So anyway, these are probably IKEA, but they came with the apartment. So just to give you an idea, there's you know, you can configure the space any way you want. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4. So my husband and I will each get 2. Makes me really glad that we kind of downsized on closet space a little bit in our last house in the States. And I will also tell you this, having lived from a couple of suitcases for the last 8 weeks, it's amazing how few of my clothes I missed. So there's a lesson in that. You wear the same things over and over, and I really just put it to the test for the last couple of weeks. So anyway, welcome to our apartment. I cannot wait to share it with you guys as we get it decorated and it starts to feel like home. We feel very fortunate to have found such a nice place with great landlords and dog and cat friendly, because all of that can be kind of tricky. So we lucked out. All right, thanks for stopping by.